3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Burhan and the Boy. Well, Burhan minus the boy at the moment, because Dave Wade is not responding his calls. But I do have someone better, of course. I have Mr. Sean Michelin, a.k.a. Diatlus. Is it Diatlus 79?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Diatlus 79. He's currently eating an apple. That's why you can probably hear him eating
an
apple.
No, I'm eating a frozen lolly.
He's eating a frozen lolly. There you go. Very English.
Yeah, freezy here in Canada, we call them. I don't know if I'm better than Dave, but
Yeah.
I think that I can go toe-to-toe with him for, talking.
For fun. Yeah,
Yes.
Dave's probably had some BT internet connection issues. He did say the Connery gods yesterday, so that's probably what's caused the issues. Because we know what happens when someone says Connery gods, it causes the internet to freeze up and die at Dave's house. But it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good in the hood. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about storytelling. Now, the reason being was I was lucky enough to join Megaran and Felix El Gato, a.k.a. The Bag of Cats, who's doing a tour here in the United Kingdom. And the great thing about it is the UK tour has them going everywhere. I managed to go to Brighton with them yesterday morning to go and shoot a session at a studio that both of these gentlemen were having. A nice little short documentary that I'm going to be producing and putting out there for Megaran and his lovely Patreon subscribers. The awesome thing is that I also managed to film both of these guys' sets at the Sierra nightclub in North London. Now, I want to point out something in terms of this gig. It was an awesome and amazing gig, but not everybody was spectacular. And the reason being is Megaran and Felix is his first time here in the UK. You could probably, when you're performing the first time in the UK, you think, oh God, I'm not going to be able to capture the crowd. The dude got everybody at the edge of their seats. He had them in the palm of his hands. And it's something that I want to kind of talk about on this show tonight, because I think storytelling is a huge must for anybody, whatever industry that you're on, whether you're an actor, whether you're a story writer, whether you do anything, or stand-up comedy is another example. You've got to understand what the elements of storytelling are, because I had this band who was performing before they did. They were from Birmingham, I believe, and it was a funny situation because these guys tried to do something. They were sitting there rapping about their lives and their hood. So, for example, they were English guys trying to be Americans in a sense, and then got upset with their audience because the audience went into what they were doing. And I was like, well, this isn't that kind of audience. I was trying to explain the guy about storytelling. Even the hype man who was there, was trying to explain to the guy what the meaning of the word MC means, because he didn't get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Master Ceremonies is a bit different over there, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's basically like you've got to be
You're the host.
Yeah, you've got to understand. Also, there's an MC and there's the rapper, But rapping and MC is kind of the same things in the States. Over here, it's kind of, you have the Master of Ceremonies and you have the rapper. But this guy was hyping everybody else up. This dude came on stage and just destroyed himself, him and his act. And I was trying to explain to him why. Then the dude tried to do a freestyle, and then kind of turned me off. It was like the audience were like deers in headlights, so to speak. It was actually kind of a funny scenario. I felt bad for him, but I also sat there and went, if you're blaming your audience, then we know the reason why this isn't working for you. Do you know what I mean? It won't
Good
work for
workman
you.
never blames his tools, so.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I find, as somebody who's most people say Michael Burhan, actor, director, writer, producer, radio host, showgirl, etc., etc. The one thing I like to define,
You shave your legs regularly?
of course. The one thing I guess to define all these elements, that puts all these elements together for me, is I'm a storyteller. I like to tell stories. I like to sit there. I can be in a room full of people and tell everyone a story, or I could be on stage and telling everyone a story via character, emotion. You've got to have that kind of visceral feeling. And I think a lot of people don't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where the problem lies, in my opinion. That's where the big problem lies. and it causes so much drama to anybody, whether you're an industry guy or you're not, because you don't learn a lesson. I think it's like Jim Cornette once said that in order to be successful, you have to have certain qualities about you that can capture your audience. You know, whether you're a pro wrestler, it works in loads of different industries, but there's certain other little things that come into play. But we'll talk about storytelling today. Sean, define me what you think a storyteller is.
Storyteller is somebody, they don't just get up there and parrot out things that are in their heads or something like that. They actually, they recognize structure from one. They recognize how to tell a story. They know how to lay it out. They know how to capture the audience. Like you said, the hook.
Yeah.
They know the hook. So, you know, whether it's like a good novel like Stephen King, I do like Stephen King. If anybody that says otherwise, you know, to each their own. But I like Stephen King more of his Bachman books. But anyway, but that's the point actually. And like it applies to video games as well, because I'm playing Goat Simulator right now. There's no real story there. I'm going around fucking up shit. And then there's something like Fallout where, you know,
that's the difference though. With Goat Simulator, it's just funny. It's kind of you could compare it to a Jackass like thing where you can sit there and watch someone bump and laugh.
I just spent half an hour fucking finding people who are at their barbecues, and I'd knock their barbecue towards and catch them on fire.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of where people don't understand between one or the other. You know, it's like one, you get the idea of what a storyteller is. I think it's like pro wrestling at the moment as well. A lot of people suffered from lack of storytellers because people who get trained, new guys who get trained in the industry don't get it. Where you've got a wrestler who can go in the ring and tell you what the story is that's going on. It's not about two guys beating each other up like some of the UFC guys like to say. It's literally about this guy telling the story of what's going on in his match with this guy to make you believe in what's going on.
It's more soap opera than just athletics.
Exactly. Even in your local soap operas, it's always about the story, because you follow on with the story, but it's more of a long story. You know, it keeps going on. It's elongated. It goes more and more and more and more till you get to like the climax, the end game of said story. Being someone, you know, who is a storyteller himself, I want to give you guys a little bit of an understanding of good storytelling and bad storytelling. The Room. Bad storytelling. But a lot of people tend to watch it, and it's become a cult classic because it's bad filmmaking that people just want to laugh at. 50 Shades of Grey. Bad
I was just going to say that.
That has everything wrong in terms of... it was actually, at one point, one of the highest grossing films of the year. Until the Avengers movie came out. So it had bad acting, because the chemistry of the actors was terrible. They didn't want to... These two people didn't want to fuck each other, right? Which you've got... The thing is, I'm not saying you've got to want to like have sex with the person that you're romantically connected with in the movie, but chemistry helps. You've got there's got to be that spark, otherwise it's not believable. Then you've got the writing, which, coming from the source material, is bad.
I can't believe she's doing running classes. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
If I wanted to learn how to fucking suck so badly, I'd go play for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah. It's like J.K. Rowling with no talent. She's got the same success as J.K. Rowling did, but this woman has no talent. Then you've got the directing. It's terrible. The directing is all about the aesthetics. You know, they're looking at the cinematography, how beautiful it is. And when it comes to a film like that, which has a lot more story, you can't do that. You know, in terms of storytelling, there's got to be a lot more to it. I basically, before we continue, I want to give a shout out to the family of Dusty Rhodes, wrestling legend and a storyteller himself, son of a plumber, who just recently passed on at the age of 69. He passed on it's still in America like today. And you know, Dusty will be missed. You know, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Most guys will know him in his run in the WWE as the common man, you know. And
every day.
Yeah. And he's the guy with the polka dots. He's the guy who had so much charisma, he could win any audience over, and that's what Dusty did. He didn't have the body for professional wrestling. He didn't have the shape. He didn't even have the majority of wrestling talent, but he knew how to get himself over, and he got himself over with the crowd. He's kind of like The Rock in a sense. The Rock knew how to get himself over, and that's where I think, where Dusty's charm came in. So going on from that, and
we lost somebody else too.
Yes, we did. We lost an actor as well, a gentleman who has
prolific actor.
This guy is what you would call a thespian in his own right. He's been in Star Wars. He's been in the Lord of the Rings movies,
the Hammer films.
He's a gentleman who, by any means, stood out on his own. He played a number of different characters. His name was Sir Christopher Lee. He was Dracula. He was a Bond villain. He was Sherlock and Michael Holmes. He was Death. He was Lucifer. He was Count Dooku. He was Saruman. He was Lord Summerisle. He recorded a heavy metal concept album about Charlie Magne. He hunted Nazis during World War II. He was part of the secret agent unit called the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. When told by Peter Jackson to imagine how a man being stabbed in the back sounds, he told him he didn't have to imagine it. He's fluent in English, fluent in French, fluent in German, fluent in Spanish, moderately proficient in Swedish, Russian and Greek, and conversational in Mandarin Chinese. This man had it all. Right. And that's kind of the way you got to see him. He was someone who had an amazing career, an amazing life, and it's sad to see him pass. And going on from that, let's move on to, as I said, the topic of storytelling. So, what do you think, Sean, storytellers need? If someone's going to go out there and tell a story, what would you like to see?
Well, it's not always just about the story. They need to know how to deliver it. They need to know how to actually, grab the attention. Even if it's that opening line, this one time in somewhere, it's like you get that little hook in sometimes first, of course, and you got to know your audience.
Yeah.
You got to know who you're telling it to. And that's one thing a storyteller really needs. It's no good to talk about that funny little thing at work and have things that you say that nobody understands because they're not pertinent to things, or it's not their scene. You got to be able to know how to entice and connect.
Hello.
And that's kind
Speaking
of the
of
thing.
enticing and connecting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the other part of Burhan and the Boy here, Mr. Dave Wade. Dave, say hello to the folks.
Hello, folks.
How are you doing,
everybody.
Hi, Dr. Dick.
There's only one road in Canada, and Ontario's the other way.
Uh-huh. So,
I'm not
Dave,
your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your friend, guy. Sorry.
Have you got anything to say about the death of Christopher Lee?
Wait, what? I've been in bed all day.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you didn't know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. Holy fuck.
93 years old.
I might have a little cry after this call.
But it was bound to happen, though. He's
Thank you, Burhan, for putting that emotional twist on it. It was bound to happen. He was very old. Love you.
Well, think about it this way, right? I can't say it.
Ninja amongst actors. That's what
no, I agree. But he was also very old, so it was his time.
Remind me, right? Even though we're we're not the same age. I'm 10 years older than you, but remind me never to have you do my eulogy, Burhan. Here's Dave. Yeah, he's worm food now. Bye.
I wouldn't have done that. That's not the way that I would do it. Yeah. I did a very.
Here's Dave. Love is. Here's worm food right now.
I did a touching eulogy to my dad when he passed. So no. But going on from that, I was actually talking to Sean about storytelling. What do you think makes a good storyteller?
Well, Sean or me?
You.
Well, I'm the better storyteller of us two. Sorry, but a bunch.
No, I mean, like, generally, because I was at Mega Ran's concert yesterday. You probably
holding your attention dramatic and intense.
There you go. But that's exactly it. There's got to be a visceral
Because
feeling.
you could recite, even though I'm quite. Is this a terrible thing to say? I'm quite proud that my year at school was the year that escaped having to read any Shakespeare whatsoever.
I loved reading Shakespeare. I could never act in Shakespeare. I'm a character actor. Even though I want to play Macbeth.
To my mind, his greatest work, you shouldn't have said it out loud. To my mind, his greatest work was when Rowan Atkinson punched him in the face in that really shit episode of Blackadder.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. What's this? It's a ballpoint.
Did you know that Rowan Atkinson made $3 million off of the sale of his car this year?
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is,
McLaren?
The car he destroyed. He's like crashed the thing about 6 times, and he managed to sell it for $3 million.
That's because it's an old school supercar. It doesn't even have power steering.
Yeah.
That's a fucking supercar right there.
It was so appealing to collectors, they bought it.
Well, the thing is about the McLaren F1, if we can go into nerd car shit your pants ejaculation mode. Sorry, that sounded really creepy. The McLaren F1 was bound to be a collector's from day one. They made it in very limited numbers. It was the Bugatti Veyron of its time. The driving position is in the middle of the car, which is just insane. Insane but great. It was everything about that car from day one. Knew that if you bought one and you very, very limited, numbers of them. I think the only 2 other people I know that have them are Jay Leno and Seinfeld. But yeah, it was. I know it sounds stupid because it was the first £1 million car, but basically, it was an investment. If you got £1 million to buy a car back in the 90s, buy a McLaren F1 because I guarantee you'll triple your money when you flog it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a McLaren F1. It's only worth this much. I'm gonna fucking wrap it around a pole. Damn.
You know what's missing from my car? You know what? It's just, there's something not quite right about it. It needs like a upright vertical object in the middle of its bonnet.
Yeah, it was just so funny. The guy has basically destroyed that car more times than anyone and has managed to still collect $3 million off the car. Apparently, it was $4 million.
Yeah, but I'm sure his name had some stake.
Yeah,
in
it went for $4 million. You know.
What did he get for the Cooper?
No, it went for 4, but he got 3. The people who handled it ended up getting 1.
I like to think when you buy it, there's a little brass plaque. You know, when you go around famous places and this is where the Beatles grew up. I like to think there's a little brass plaque in the centre of the dashboard that just said, "This once belonged to Blackadder."
Well, the way I always say it is like
your Baldric's in the trunk.
I think you mean the boot.
The boot. Yeah.
Dispatching the boot is a bootable offence, eh?
Hey. What was I going to say? Yeah,
Would you like me to explain Canadian puberty to you, Sean?
No. The funny thing about his car, though, as well, he made that money.
And then she
but just think, everybody else is suffering, someone managed to buy Rowan Atkinson's car for $3 million. That makes me smile. Anyway, going on from that, in terms of storytelling. Oh, by the way, Dave, apparently there's a Highlander fan film that came out.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. It can't be any worse than the fucking shit ones that came out with Adrian Paul when they didn't even...
Oh, yes, it's just as bad. Apparently, Dax has given me a copy of it. So, yeah. But anyway, the reason why I was going about storytelling and stuff, and what I was talking to Dave about...
Canadian Highlander, sorry. There can be only one, eh?
Yeah, I was just going to say. Well, it was made here in Canada.
Wasn't the rest of... Yeah, it was...
Is it true Canada only has one road?
Is it all after Endgame? Like, they all got...
Oh, Endgame! Oh,
Endgame was shot there as well. Yeah, they killed off Christopher Lambert. I remember that.
Yeah, it was in the third one. They killed him off. And it was all Adrian Paul, because Adrian Paul was like the guy from the series.
Yeah, I love
it was made here in Canada.
He could have been a professional football player in this country.
He was fighting him, and then he goes, "There can be only one," and then he chops his head off.
Russian, Burhan.
Didn't you notice one thing though? In the TV series, he used the same sword as Lambert did in the movie. Yet when they were together, the other would use a different sword. And they
I love the TV series.
Why.
The TV series is really, really good.
Here we are.
Roddy Piper was in one episode, wasn't he?
The prince. Yeah, he was a Highlander, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What's that?
Roddy Piper was the episode of Highlander.
Yes, he was.
It was a brilliant TV show because it was actually co-produced by a French company. So when it moved from the States to, when he lived in the canal boats, I was going to say in the Thames, but that's London. In Paris or something. It was really continental. It had really good production values, and I really like. That's one box set I need to get round to buying.
Studio Canal, wasn't it? That produced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that the TV show had so many dark moments in it as well.
Yeah, when he kills his best friend.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when he kills his best friend thinking that he's killing the person who's possessed him, but then the person who's possessed him winks him at the end and he realizes he killed the wrong one.
Yeah, and he's like, and he basically tries to give his sword to the other guy and he goes, that's not how this works. And then he suffers the quickening and he's like, no. And he's like,
Jason, you are feeling?
Yeah. And that's he's in tears and stuff. It was
Did you ever see the spin-off series though?
Raven, was it?
Yeah, with the chick.
Yeah, that didn't even last a season, did it?
Yeah, but they actually canned the original show for that. Yeah. Because the original show had really good, views. Possibly because when they screened it, they actually screened it in the same fucking time slot every week. Pay attention, North America TV.
So she had a nice rack.
Yeah, so they actually, because he wanted to carry on making it, Adrian Paul, and they were just like, no, we're gonna go in another direction. Yeah, here you go.
They tried to Star Trek it and basically turn it into a film series, but it didn't work because they wanted him to take up.
Because that shit, the movie is so bad.
Well, they wanted him to take up the mantle from Lambert, didn't they? And then it just
Lambert,
and it just didn't happen. So
when he did Tarzan, he could speak a fucking word of English.
Christophe Lambert, come on, Silver.
I literally remember Dave actually talking about the fact they had to teach him English while he was filming Highlander.
No, they didn't teach him English. He learnt it phonetically. He learnt the script phonetically.
Yeah, it was Tarzan, wasn't it?
Yeah, great. Oh, that's amazing. I haven't seen that in years. Greystoke's amazing.
So,
what am I?
Yeah, they dubbed all of her fucking dialogue.
Let me ask you guys a question then.
Can I just tell you my rebuttal at high school when people were being dicks to me?
What's up?
I do my Christophe Lambert laugh and just go like, "Oh, you're a fucking wanker, Wadey," and people pick on me and just go, tell them I'm a motto.
I love that guy.
Whatever you say, Jack, you're the master race.
So, let me ask you, Dave. Are you a fan of hip hop?
Yes. Right. The greatest period of hip hop ever was the early '90s. I'm not talking gangster rap because one of the finest albums ever that I
Soul
or to this day is The Chronic. That's a fucking amazing album.
That's Dre, and basically it was a concept album. It was all about him smoking weed.
Yeah, and also it was the introduction of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Plus also Ice Cube, but one of my favorite. If I had to put down my favorite hip hop song ever, it would be
1, 2.
Today Was a
3
Good Day
to the 4
by Ice Cube.
Honorable mention of Give Me That Nut by Eazy-E.
Yes.
Song all about fucking.
But that's the thing. I think like.
Do you remember the movie CB4?
Yes.
It's brilliant. Can you buy it on Blu-ray? I need to buy it. When they're doing the fake bit at the start with all the other real bands, and is it bare naked ladies? And they're going, the first time I listened to Sweat on My Balls was quite ironic because I just had sex and there was sweat on my balls.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. Fucking Jesus.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucking gusto.
Go on, Dave, rap for us.
I can. That's it. That's.
Well, basically, I was at Mega Round's concert yesterday, and I was shooting his part of the concert and also Felix's part of the concert. And there was this guy that was in the middle of it, and he was a guy from Birmingham trying to rap about being...
Oh, you just got an amazing image in my head.
But he was
Brummie. Sorry.
Yeah, he was a Brummie who kept trying to rap about being broke and having to deal coke so his kid would get money and his family needed operations and I just sat and he was doing it at Mega Round's concert and the crowd just went. They had this deer in the headlights look. It was like, what the fuck is this? And then the dude was just, and as soon as his set was over, he was like trolling off and just went, okay, just one more and I'm done. And then he just lost faith in himself and then got off the stage and then went, these people, this is what he said, these people don't understand real hip hop. And I just looked at him and I went, really? Really? And because, like
is your mum with those lips?
Well, Felix and Mega Ran destroyed it. The other group that came on and did chiptune music destroyed it. The group that was on before them, like the beginning act, kind of ended up getting suffering audio issues, so that didn't help them. But these guys didn't have any audio issues. They had no problems. They didn't work.
Didn't get it.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, and they weren't humble about it either. They were just like, "Wait till we get to Birmingham. Everyone's gonna love us there." And I was just like, "Yeah."
Well, that's a big, fuck you to the audience who maybe your fans who travelled here to this specific location to see you.
I truthfully don't think they have any fans, because as I said, there's a knack when it comes to storytelling. You have to, as Dave put it,
I heard that Dre's a fan.
You got to engage your audience, right? So even if you're a stand-up comedian, you're a professional wrestler, you're somebody who does film or TV, you've got to engage your audience. And even if you're doing camera work, you're doing something in front of a camera, there's still an audience there for you to engage. The scene has to encapsulate someone and bring them...
Do Patrick Stewart and just say engage. Sorry.
Engage. And, it's got
If I was to say to you that Commander Worf's head looks like a fanny... Sorry.
But let me ask you a question, Dave. Do you think, as someone who's watched a good movie or two, do you think that acting's a big strong point for you?
What, me?
Yeah.
What? No, give me context.
Okay, do you think acting is something that would put you into the movie or take you out of it?
Oh, that. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant me, because I can't fucking act.
Well, you never know. You've never tried.
I was in two plays at school, by the way. I was in Return to Piper Mountain.
Yes.
And I was Hermes, the running Olympian god in, what was that other play?
League of Their Own?
All I know is I as a 9-year-old, I'm looking back upon myself, I'm quite amazed that I managed to memorize 72 pages of script. Who knew? No, I think... You see, it's one of those things, it's almost like YouTube in a sense, and I don't mean to bring out that crass analogy into it, which is, you can either do it or you can, and if you can't do it, sorry, it's, life's not fair, but it's something that's within the individual, and there are people who just have it and can do it. It's about commanding your audience, it's about, people hanging off your every word in respect. It's, I'm sorry people out there who want to be actors and have failed and can't, but it's a life skill. You're either born with it or you're not. It's not. I personally don't think it's something you can learn.
Well, what do you think?
Who knows, McLeod?
What do you think with someone like me? Do you think I was born to be an actor, Dave?
I think with your fucking eyebrows, you were born to be Roger Moore.
Thank you. Yes.
Do you know, true story, when I was a kid, I used to always walk in the room and practice daily chucking my coat on a coat rack just so I could be like Roger Moore. Remember when he always walks into Moneypenny's office and just goes...
I still laugh at him in the first Cannonball Run, where he's the Jewish American dentist that pretends to be Roger Moore. You know what's wrong with you, mummy? You're too Jewish. Oh, great.
That guy was like the one-trick pony, though.
Is it wrong that I should have a piece of paper right now, write down all these things? Here's a list of movies I need to watch after this podcast.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like him in that, and like they play a little playing of the pseudo Bond theme when he comes in. Oh, so fucking good. But like that's the thing, like Roger Moore is kind of like
car at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm trying to remember now. It's been years.
The one thing I take from that movie that, as a kid, blew my tits off was the Lamborghini bit with the two chicks, and they get out and they wash the paint off it, and it changes color.
Yeah, it's like some kind of powder coat that can just be sprayed off with a fire hose. And Jackie Chan and fucking Jaws were in as well as a team.
Jackie Chan's driving a Mitsubishi with a fucking jet that comes out the back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jaws from fucking Bond is his co-pilot.
Alright, so let me ask you, Dave, what, in terms of a game, does the story engage you? Or does that not matter with games?
No, it does. And I'll tell you what, one of the greatest, and it's a cliche, I know, and lots of people say this, but I stand by it. The game that changed my life when it came to me expecting storytelling in it was Metal Gear Solid. Because that came along and it was just like, by the way, am I a game? Am I a movie? Who knows, McLeod? But I do know it's this. I'm about to change everything in your gaming world, Dave.
Well, get this. Apparently, the Oculus
Metal
Rift...
Gear Solid 5's coming out, by the way. You know, you were talking about...
it's the last game they're producing for console.
Because I was in the supermarket the other day.
They're like 3/4 away from doing it. So,
Isn't it the one that's Sutherland?
yeah.
By the way, Konami, if you go this route and do stick with it and go away from traditional console games, regardless of how lucrative mobile apps will be, you'll be dead to me. You'll be dead to me. You're Konami. You're fucking Konami. You're a staple software house that's part of my childhood, and now you're going to go this fucking app route? Jog on, bitches.
By the way, the Oculus
I just
Rift.
said jog on. Sorry. Oh my god.
The Oculus Rift is going to be shipped with the Xbox One controller.
Well, it's PC compatible, the Xbox One controller, right?
It is.
There's no fooling around to do.
Hence the reason why they're shipping it with it. I'm glad Facebook decided not to take it on the course that they did, though, because
Go on. I know they.
Facebook were going to add marketing and stuff to the Oculus Rift. They are keeping it as its own company for now. So,
like Instagram.
Yeah, for now. As I said, for now. The Grand Theft Auto 6 is being planned out already. Rockstar planning out the United States maps.
Do you know what Grand Theft Auto 6 needs? Danny Dyer. Sorry.
Please no. I would really not have Danny Dyer going cunt in every single fucking scene. Anyway. So, going on from that, is there anything else you want to talk about, Dave? The floor is yours.
The floor is mine.
Playing any good Spectre games lately?
I'm still fucking caning through Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush, and it's amazing.
Oh,
it's the thing.
Speaking of amazing, apparently a couple are threatening to divorce if gay marriage comes into act.
Well, bye then.
Yeah. Have fun.
Hope you guys had a prenup.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Fuck's sake. People, it's 2015.
My favourite rebuttal to people always, and I because it's true. But my favourite thing when people, gay sex, it's just so unnatural. I mean, like, you do know that animals have been having gay sex since, the dawn of time. So therefore, that would make it not unnatural, and possibly pull the Bible out your ass. And
look, as far as I'm concerned, I've said this, right? If you're happy being with someone the same sex, that should be all that matters.
Well, this is a good point, Burhan. This
With
is
that
how
being
it works
said,
to
I'd
me.
watch
Right?
the shit at a gay divorce court.
Yeah, and as one of our favourite comedians has always said, why aren't gay people allowed to be as miserable as the rest of us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Gay divorce court. Put that on TV. I'd watch that every day right after Maury.
Hey?
Maury, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Fucking if there was gay divorce court on TV, I'd watch the shit out of that. Like,
do you know my morning ritual is right now when I come home? So look at us. We sound like some progressive TV show promoting homosexuality for public purpose reasons. Do you know what my never mind that.
We'll have Ian McKellen on next week.
My morning ritual when I come home right now, because it's like Friday night TV from the 90s is what I get to experience every day because I work nights. So when I come home, right, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I watch 2 episodes of Will and Grace back to back, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Will and Grace was fucking amazing.
Will and Grace is funny as hell. That nearly lasted as long as Friends, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. And they had some really big, guest stars in that.
Oh my god!
They even
Kevin
had it
Bacon
where
doing the whole routine from.
Didn't they have the episode the season where the two of them got married as well? She got married to Will, and they were just like a gay guy being married to a straight woman. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
I watched the episode this morning where Jax he's going through what's her name's checkbook to make a homage movie to her. And every time her housekeeper's filming him, and every time he comes to something that's a little bit kind of, ooh, this is interesting, he puts a monocle in his eye and just goes, let's solve the mystery. Genius.
Single guy offering free rent to the ladies. He's 23, medium athletic. Does he look successful to you? It's a hairy dude holding a gun and with 2 guitars next to him.
That guy with the beard? Balding, long hair? Oh, yeah, in his underwear.
Dave, he kind of looks like you. Just not gonna lie.
Oh, Jesus.
I look like...
He looks like he ate Dave.
Private room, private bath, cats are okay.
Go on, stick the picture in. Let's see it.
Oh my god!
Dave. I've seen it before. It's infamous.
There's a picture of his hairy back. He actually looks like a fat Alpha Omega Sin. I'm just saying.
He does though. Fat bald Alpha.
He looks like a fat Alpha Omega Sin.
I demand a
He's the love child of Alpha Omega Sin and 8-Bit Eric.
Yes. Look, I'm gonna post this.
Guitar Hero guitars.
I'm gonna post this on Alpha Omega Sin's timeline.
You and Eric been knocking boots.
Check it.
Oh, speaking of Will Grace, you see that episode, Dave, where Matt Damon's on there and he's like reverse closeted and he's pretending to be gay to be in the choir?
That was on 2 days ago, actually.
I love that episode.
Punching each other in the choir scene. That's so funny.
I'm going to see if Alpha... Do you think Alpha's going to block me for doing this?
No.
Okay.
Oh
Hopefully
my
he's got a good sense of humor, too.
Yeah.
When I say, oh my god, I'm not talking about him blocking. I'm looking at the picture. I think... I don't know. Part of my brain just threw up on itself. Hey, he looks like he's having a good time. Oh my god, he looks like a really overweight Russell Brand.
Yeah, it's a very hairy,
famous.
a very hairy, overweight Russell Brand.
You ever see those things on blogs they put up sometimes?
Apparently,
like stars in Photoshop of if they weren't famous, just everyday people, like a fat Gwyneth Paltrow.
Apparently, he's
at Walmart.
He's medium athletic build.
Medium athletic build.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, son. Him, not you. I'm of medium build.
I just put it on his timeline saying separated at birth, Bill Eisenberg. I'm gonna laugh if he actually ends up, just
I demand he does a rant on it.
He's gonna sit there and go, that fucking doesn't look like me. I'd be like, kinda does, not gonna lie. But yeah, he's a charming man, ladies and gentlemen. I would post the picture of him on the video, but I might get we might just get this podcast taken down off of YouTube. So yeah.
Anger the YouTube gods.
I shouldn't say it. No, I'm not going to say it. Although, thanks to Nick last night, who reminded me that I can rotate my cooling pad 90 degrees and get it on the USB ports that work. Hopefully, I won't anger the Connery gods anymore.
You got loose wiring. He did a nice bodge, did you?
Who knows, McLeod? What I do know is this: Control-Alt-Delete and system crash. Yes. Sorry.
I see. It was a picture of Connor. I'm trying to remember what it said.
I'll say this: I'm not, gay or anything, but my God, Christophe Lambert is a fucking pretty bloke in that movie.
Which one, Greystoke?
No, Highlander. When he sticks his head in the bucket and flips it back. Pineal, do you want some? Aye.
I still laugh at the picture of Connery, though. It's just him smiling, and somebody puts in the caption, SCHNORKL, schnorkel.
What was the prison movie he made?
Connery?
Fortress. No, Christophe Lambert.
Oh, yeah, Lambert. Yeah, it's Fortress.
Where they have to pull the bug out of the stomach that explodes, and you see him pull it up with a magnet all the way to the top. That's a good
Around that period, he always did a movie with a sex scene, I noticed.
He got tight buns. When he's banging Roxanne Hart in Highlander, you can't tell whose ass is hers and whose it is.
That's pretty true.
Oh God, America.
I'm
still looking at this guy's advert. Ladies, if you want a free apartment, he basically he's an eligible bachelor offering rent to the ladies. He's 23. He's great looking. He's been compared to Russell Brand. He lives in a mansion of 18 rooms and lives an upscale lifestyle, as you can tell. He's a nice, clean guy, apart from his chest and his hairy legs and back.
And he has the grease.
He is also a gentleman. No creep here, apart from the fact that he's in his underpants, posing with a bunch of guns. Just saying. Do not contact me for unsolicited services.
We're not allowed to talk about guns anymore because I upset all of America over my stance on guns, so we can't talk about guns.
Apparently, he's wheelchair accessibly. He has valet parking and laundry as well.
I thought you were going to say lawn boy. I was like, no, back off, mate. I have nothing to do with this freak.
He said eligible bachelor, not confirmed bachelor. That was the back in the day. That was like what guys like Rock Hudson would call themselves instead of a sissy, which is the both terminology for gay man apparently.
Oh god, I'm waiting for Alfred Megason to reply and go, "What the fuck is this?"
Why did you put this trash on my timeline?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
Bill will be like, he's not hairy enough.
Yeah. He's not hairy enough to be me.
Puff back his back.
I just put separated at birth. But anyway, going on from that, let's ask you guys another little question here. Dave, what are you looking forward to from E3?
See, I'm a little bit scared about E3. I feel it's going to be Nintendo's swan song for the Wii U.
It probably is, yeah.
That's
no second
really,
guessing.
Really. I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, but I think the Wii U. I mean, I love my Wii. My Wii. If I had to get rid of all my consoles and keep one, and that goes with my retro consoles, possibly because obviously it's hacked, I would keep my original Wii above everything else. But I love the Wii U. I think it was a masterpiece that was out of place at the time it was released, and Nintendo didn't quite get it right how they marketed it. Oh wait, they didn't. And I think it's a fantastic console. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And my problem with E3 is I just feel they're going to basically go, here's Zelda, now let's talk about our next console.
Well, I think that's gonna happen.
Let's hope so. Everybody knows.
Let's say this though, by the way, I will, even though I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, but I am a fan of them because I think they dare to take the decisions and break the mainstream mold, which they have done with the last two consoles. But I just wish they get over this fucking 5-year life cycle of a console. It's fucking insult to your customer base. 5 years. Oh wait, let's move on to the next one. In fact, how long did the GameCube last? 2002 to 2006. 2001. Yeah, there you go. 5 years.
It had overlap with the Wii U. At the Wii, I mean at the Wii U. Bloody hell.
The thing is, as well, you know what I found today about my Wii U? You
found Jesus?
No. If you leave the thing on standby, it's still connected to the internet.
Just for $35 a month, you can find Metal Jesus.
I was laying in bed, and my tablet went off. Like the blue light started flashing on the tablet, and then an advert came up for Splatoon. And I was like, "What the hell? I didn't even turn this thing on." Apparently, I just sent this to my girlfriend, the picture, and she goes, "Yo, I tapped that."
Yeah.
She goes,
I had to hit it with a crowbar.
Yeah, she goes, "There's two things I like about America.
I bang it with your
hairy,
song.
fat, sweaty men, and anything with the word free on it." And then she just said, "Just kidding." Aww. But yeah.
My favourite episode of Top Gear is when they pull over at a service station in the Redneck episode of Top Gear when they're doing the States, and they buy sandwiches, Clarkson buys sandwiches for everyone, and then he starts reading the ingredients and he goes, "Apparently your cheese and ham sandwich doesn't actually have real cheese in it. It's cheese analog substance." What the fuck is cheese analog substance?
Maybe it's got an analog stick in it.
Maybe you can put it on a turntable.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just only
maybe
has one.
It looks exactly the same when it comes out the other end as it did when it went in the first end.
Or maybe it has mono sound.
Maybe you plug it in and it does.
Maybe it has 4 axes of gameplay.
But I'm sure. We have gameplay. Have you? So I think we're done for tonight's episode.
No, because I got late to the party. Let's keep going.
You did. Do you know? I've just let you ladies and gentlemen know. I want to actually point out a good friend of mine, Mr. Paul Crampton. He helped me out recently out of a jam. My lovely bike Lilith. She's named after Lilith from Frasier. I've had her for a year and 6 months.
Was she cold and frosty and left a bad taste in your mouth?
She would always leave me
really
with
hot in real life.
She would leave me with a sore ass, but always take me to places I've never been.
Did she have amazingly chiseled cheekbones?
She did.
Was she really rough on your bollocks?
Very rough on my bollocks.
Thank you, Michelin, for being the first North American I know can actually say the word bollocks correctly.
Why, thank you, sir.
I'm gonna get you a little brass plaque.
Oh, brass plaque. An honorary Englishman.
Say bollocks correctly.
But yeah, basically she's dying. I took her to a bike repair shop. It's actually one of the cheapest bike repair shops because it was a new startup shop. Everyone else was trying to charge me £200 to repair my bike.
Yeah, don't go to fucking Halfords. They'll fucking
they were like, well, we'll charge you 200 quid to repair your bike, or you can have one of our £400 ranges of bike, which is not worth £400. So I was just like, no, and thanks anyway. So
basically, their salesman does this every time someone comes in the front of the shop because they advertise that they're a bike shop. Just go, your bike's fucked. Why don't you buy one of these?
One of them tried to hard sell me, and I told him to fuck himself. But anyway, I'm going off of that one. I went to this place in Woolwich. It was a nice little bike shop. They just opened up, and I'm thinking, oh, they're going to charge me an arm and a leg. Went in there, and the guy was like, "What do you need the bike for?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm going to be going on a EU vacation."
Riding. That's what I would have said. What do you need the bike for?
I'm going to be leaving. Well, I'm going to be leaving the UK and cycling through the EU on this. And he's like, I don't think it's going to last with you doing that.
Remember, though, right? On your way back, check your bike every night for stowed away immigrants.
Well, I will say this, Dave. I'm going to be using my new bike to cycle down to you next week and hand you my old phone.
Oh, God, I got clean shit.
But yeah.
Is it the 4S?
The 4S, yep. I've got the iPhone 5 now.
You need one of these little amplifiers like I got. It's just a little plastic horn thing. You just snap your phone into and it amplifies the sound.
My dad's really excited, Burhan. This is why I want this phone, because my dad, he's retired now, but he was a mechanic for 40 years, and he likes a project. So I'm like, Dad, I got you an iPhone. You're going to have to replace this and that and this and that. He's like, oh.
Do you know my dad was the same way? But yeah, no, you've done me enough favours, Dave. So I thought, for those who don't know, Dave has loaned me a load of money. So I'm giving him the iPhone as kind of a way to say thank you, because he never asked for it back. Now, going on from that, I want to say a big thank you. That's true, man. I want to give a big thank you out to Paul. A lot of people were offended when I did this on Facebook because they thought I meant that Paul was the only one that's ever helped me, which I didn't. Basically, I was going through a bit of a money struggle. Sean knows this. I'm trying to... At the moment, I'm on the verge of losing my home, believe it or not. And I'm going to be bumming it out in Europe for maybe the rest of the year, maybe for the next 3 months.
You're going to be a rent boy?
No, bumming. Not bumming as in having anal sex. I mean bumming as in being a bum. And I'm going to be shooting... I'm going to be shooting...
He's like Hank Azaria's character in the Birdcage.
I'm going to be shooting out I'm going to be shooting I'm going to be shooting a documentary in Europe. I'm going to put up my GoFundMe page for those who want to kind of donate, which is a kind of a twist, because I'm going to be doing this page for people to hire me, not give me money. It's to hire me and donate money towards the cause. So what I'm doing...
Can I give you 25 quid and you can come around and wipe my ass?
No, I'm not wiping your ass. Anything legal and anything that's just not disgusting, which I think Dave's just proven. So the way
I'll tell you what, right? When you come to my, and if I can do this as a video, and you should do it in cut-off jeans, when you drop the phone off, can I film you and I'll give you 50 quid to wash my car? But I expect a good lather. And
you should get tagged to send that banana hammock.
And I want you to chamois it afterwards.
Dude, I'll do it. I'll freaking...
And also, I'll give you an extra 50 quid if you lick the flies off my windscreen.
No, I'm not doing that. Anyway, going on from that, because Dave just made it disgusting.
No, seriously, right, Bert, when you come down, if you let me film it, I can't give you 50 quid because my credit card's out the window right now. I'll give you 25 quid if you let me film you washing my car.
I would wash your car. Fine, I'll take it. Anyway, right.
I want to vacuum in the inside as well. And be careful because I got leather seats.
That's fine. Now, going on from that...
and I'm going to do it to the soundtrack of Bryan Adams.
Anyway, my... Baby, you all that I want.
No, Canadians apologise by Bryan Adams on many occasions.
I love Bryan Adams.
I love that line.
Canadians don't have to apologise to Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is awesome. Anyway.
He's English now. You know he's got dual citizenship. He lives here now. And he's a Chelsea fan. Right, well,
he's rich enough to live here. He probably doesn't pay taxes. Anyway, going on from that, I would like to say...
He's the only man with sexy acne face.
I do want to say a big thank you to Paul, because when I saw this new bike going for £120, the bike itself is worth so much more in a sense. It's basically a bike it should be nearly £400 for this bike. It's a travel bike. It's exactly what I want. It's durable
You need a
enough.
folding bike though, because if you could fold it, you could put it on the back, and then you could still take the metro.
Yeah, but I'm not taking any. The whole goal of this is to actually cycle. I'm not taking any transport. I'm not taking a car. I'm not taking a train. Not taking automobiles.
Well, no,
of any
you're going to
kind.
take the train to get there. Let's be honest.
No, I'm not.
You can take the tube, right?
So how are you getting across the channel then?
Cycling. There's actually a
No,
path.
you can't cycle across the channel. What are you?
There's a
Jesus?
cycle.
You
There's a cycle tunnel that actually takes you through there.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like
Oh,
Mickey Mouse.
jeez.
Yeah. So I can actually
Do it,
get from
Burhan.
London.
Do it. Do your Mickey Mouse.
Ha! I'm gonna go from London to Paris, basically. So that's the plan. So is Amazon on.
Oh, gay Paris.
L'air gay Paris, comment ça va? J'adore l'air Paris.
Je t'adore, je t'adore, je te no, I don't care.
By the way, French teachers from school, as I got my ass handed to me many times when I lived in Montreal, it's not s'il vous plaît, it's s'il te plaît.
S'il te plaît.
Just saying, s'il te plaît.
S'il vous plaît, monsieur. Je suis Sean Michelin. Je pense que tu es un grand homme.
Je m'appelle
Awesome.
Apparently, Bill is now offended by what I said.
What did he say?
He's basically
Hang
said.
on. Je m'appelle David. J'habite Angleterre. Sorry.
Je te mets une femme avec les rageaux. So that's a bit of Quebecer slang there.
Burn, you can leave now. We're just going to talk French for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's
I'm just
talk
answering a
about-
tirade here.
What he
Let's see
said.
now.
Bonjour de la
Let me
mer.
see. Usually I get a notification if somebody posts in there. Nerd Haven, right?
The greatest phrase I ever learned, because the bar I drank in my I had like Norm's chair, you know, it was my chair, it was right by the door, and I learned a great phrase because I learned French on the fly, even though I learned it at school, but I learned French on the fly when I was in Montreal simply because I had to eat. The greatest phrase that saved me many times was every time people would open the door to have a fag on the balcony outside, I would just say, "Fermez la porte! Fermez la porte!" Were you born in a fucking barn? What do you say, Burhan?
What's that? He's basically
gave him a
saying
like.
that he goes that he's taking it personally that I've offended him. And I said I apologise, and he goes it was supposed to be humorous, not personal. And I said and I am apologising, and he's like no. I was like okay.
That picture is like years old. I think
Yeah.
the person was trolling him that Craigslist ad, right?
Yeah. So how would you respond if I said that you and this random creepy, awful looking whatever? Okay.
I got the better looks out of the two.
Yeah, that's what.
I'd be like, oh, he's pointing his gun at his
Conservation in general
gun.
tins wetlands, by the way, people, and this is everything. This is not directly related to any individual, but I have something to say.
I'm just a haircut joking around.
Get a fucking sense of humour.
Well, so you tend to
Throw
joke
some
around.
fucking bollocks.
Hell, I didn't have a problem when
Je suis le grand bollocks.
an issue when you added my girlfriend on Facebook.
Oh, don't start a bitter personal feud, Burhan.
No, I'll say look, you tend to joke around. I was like, I thought it was supposed to be humorous. If you felt offended, I'm sorry. Okay, it was supposed to all meant in jest. Be meant in jest.
Just say
I
it was all for
apologise.
shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
Tell me how
Well, for
often
the
do you and
cookie.
me joke around with one another? Well,
I mean, if I took everything you said personally, Burhan, we would have been friends for fucking 2 years.
yeah. Okay. I was like, well, you know me well enough to add my girlfriend.
No, see, that's antagonistic.
No, which I didn't have an issue with. I thought we were.
Ooh, I got some good news at work today.
Canada has got a new holiday, eh? Sorry.
Put
your
in
Facebook.
there. No, the good news is
I thought.
me and the
Oh,
boss.
you just went for
and-
Canadian puberty.
No, me and the boss and two other employees were talking it over, and I'm getting a $5 an hour raise. But what that's going to go towards is in 8 years, I'll have my down payment for the place.
Hey, taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
On the way to being a business owner. Already management.
Does that mean if I ever
Did that
drag my
every
ass
year.
over to Canada, I can sleep on your couch?
Yeah, I already got one permanent resident working at my place. And he's going to be partners with me.
These times including me saying you look like someone creepy.
I take the piss out of cannibals.
But I have...
Cannibals are terrible because they eat people.
Everyone tends to call me creepy all the time.
But I have a for my time there, which was only a fleeting 4 years, but I love Canada.
It's a joke.
Ooh.
Okay, he said watch what you fucking say.
Canada. Sorry, what?
Yeah, he just told me to watch what I fucking say.
Is he got his minge in a buckle or what?
I have no idea.
Don't be antagonistic, Burhan.
I didn't say anything. I said I have everyone tend to call me creepy all the time. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's all it was meant to be.
Yeah, but you like poking people and getting the
I wasn't
feedback.
poking him at all. I was just basically joking around with him.
You should take a leaf out of our because I'm officially calling myself Canadian now. You should take a leaf out of our Leave Back Canadian book, eh?
Okay, well...
So anyway, right, what you do if you want to get free 2-4 is you put a mouse in the beer bottle.
Your girlfriend was 2, eh? No, because in the you added her, and I didn't have a problem.
Say this, just for me. Say, I'm not your buddy guy, eh?
As I would have talked to you about it.
I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your friend, buddy.
The fuck was the punchline in that one since you were patting around and joking?
Then you fart in her snatch, and she queefs in your face, and that's how babies are.
So,
oh, that's a stinky
what did I have to do with this, though? Okay. You said you don't know me well enough. You said you didn't know me well enough. But you add people I know, so you would know me well enough, wouldn't you?
Come in and know me better, friend. Oh my god, you just turned this into a Christmas Carol.
Right, continue talking amongst yourselves. I need to sort this out. One sec.
Oh my god, what's wrong with their faces? It's okay, honey, they're just Canadian. Sorry.
Oh my god, I love South Park for that.
I love South Park so much. Well, you saw my post yesterday or this morning, and I stand by it. Randy Marsh is a god amongst men.
Don't do things
So
like
he's America. He's not America. There's America. What? The best Randy Marsh episode is where he gives birth to the poo.
Oh, Jesus.
Although the Bane bit's really good as well when he's being Bane.
Him and Stan's dad at that party end up jerking off together in the hot tub. And he's like, honey, are you okay? We're not gay, okay? I watch you jerk off in the hot tub.
Oh, South Park, thank you for being you.
I got Goat Simulator running on my computer. It actually runs pretty good versus the older version.
What do you do in Goat Simulator?
You just go around fucking shit up. You do there are obstacle courses, trampolines to jump on. I was telling Michael, there are people like in backyards barbecuing, so I line myself up with the barbecue right in front of somebody and I headbutt it and they light on fire and run around and scream. I laugh. It's funny. I inflict pain on others, especially all the guys that look like Joss Whedon.
A.
No do to boot it. All we need to do is play some Rush now and drink some Molson Canadian.
And I am Canadian.
Oh my god, that's commercials.
Shit beer.
I think Shatner even did a version of Just for Laughs.
It was about himself. Have you seen it's a bloke it was a radio show version and a bloke lip syncs to it. But you've seen the I'm Quebecois.
No, I've never seen that one.
I'll put it on your timeline in a moment. But it's so funny.
Yes, please. Actually, my great grandfather is from Poivre.
And
oh my god.
Club Super Sex is a great place to celebrate my anniversary. What the hell? The wife, she go home at 10 o'clock anyway. I don't know. And on Paque Pite, but I'm sure they have really nice teeth, eh?
Oh my god, that makes me want to watch Bon Cop, Bad Cop again now. It's a movie they made here in Canada. The guy who plays the English, it's like a buddy cop movie. One's English, one's French. The English guy is actually the guy who played the villain in Chronicles of Riddick.
Ooh.
I'll try to remember. He's a Canadian. I can't remember his name for the bloody life of me. My DVDs are all in a weird pile there. Now my dog's crawling all over me. Oh my
Hello,
God, my dog's
Michigan's dog.
Say hi. Say hi, Chloe. Say hi. Come here. Come here.
See your camera. I want to see your dog.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Let me see. Because I'm using the Linux version.
Linux.
No, it doesn't let me.
Linux is only good for one thing: hacking your dingo.
Or running your Raspberry Pi. Apparently, the newest ones though would be able to run Windows 10. Albeit the mobile
My dad
version.
asked me a question the other day because there's a reason that if you go downtown, where I live, Windows 7 is like the holy grail, which is you can only find it in specific shops and they charge a fortune for it. Why?
Yeah,
because it's the last good Windows. So I haven't had.
That's what I'm using right now.
I got an email from Windows, from Microsoft saying, "We will give you Windows 10 for free." My dad goes, "Wait, is this a good idea? You know, like they're going to give it to me for free." And I went, "Dad, the reason they're going to give it to you for free is because no one else fucking wants it and it's shit." Although, Windows, Microsoft, I will say this, you do work well on my mobile phone. Stay there and don't do anything else.
Yeah, isn't it that you can actually run the desktop version on a lot of the phones now? 8.1?
Yeah, it's a little fiddly, but... See, I mean, I'm the only person I know who has a Windows phone, and I only have a Windows phone, so when I go from my game room to my sleeping room, I can watch iPlayer on it. Because lots of Android phones won't actually run iPlayer. You know what iPlayer is, right?
Yeah, it's for the BBC.
Yeah. It's basically, you know, on demand for BBC, and so that's the reason I have a Windows phone. But I kind of like Windows phones. They're a little bit clunky and, you know, obstructive with their GUI, but I just like the fact that see, this is what I hate Windows 8. I hated Windows 8 when I had a computer. This sounds terrible. Fortunately, that computer died and I took it back to the store and got a full refund. But it was shit as an operating system. But on mobile phones, it's a fucking amazing operating system.
Yeah, so I want to try it on the Pi. Quad core, gig of RAM. Just see what it's like. You know, maybe make a little small Windows 10 computer with it and mount it on the back of my little flat panel.
This is where Microsoft are missing the point, which is we can adapt your failed operating systems into things we need. You want it to be on a computer, we want it on a Raspberry Pi.
I actually got a version of Windows XP that's a very cut down version. I'm actually going to be piecing together an old Dell that I got there. I'm going to just use scrap parts on it. And I'm going to be giving it to Caroline's son for his graduation. He just finished kindergarten. He'll have, check this out now, he'll have a 64 meg video card, 2 gigs of RAM, 80 gig hard drive. It's going to have XP, but I'm going to put all the third party stuff on there to still make it run. Giggity. Yeah, 2 gigs of RAM, 80 gig hard drive, all single core Pentium 4, I think it is. But I think it'll run Minecraft fine, and he'll be able to do his like Facebook stuff and videos, so... As long as the video hardware is there behind it.
One of the funniest thing, I think Burhan's been technically deleted.
Sequestered.
No, I've removed myself from Bill's timeline anyway.
Wait, did you really get
the
that,
ad?
sir?
No, I've removed myself.
I think it was chuffed to bits over it myself. By the sounds of it.
Burhan, you're more than welcome to post pictures you think people I look like who are fat, sweaty, naked, and wearing guitars. On my.
Oh, moi aussi, monsieur. Moi aussi.
J'adore le grand pénis. Sorry.
Sometimes when I'm tired, I just break into French. I don't realize. I'm like there today. Caroline's quote unquote husband. They're separated now, but he works with me. It's good. We have a good relationship in that. And she dropped by with her mother and her daughter, and he was out back working. I was like, "Come with me now. Let's go sneak up on Daddy and that." And I was like, "Allons-y avec moi, vite, vite." And she looks at me. I was like, "Oh shit, no! You speak English and Korean, not English and French."
English and
Korean. Don't worry, you'll learn in school.
I demand you speak French in a Korean accent.
Oh my god, that would be so fucked up. Pierre Lee, my name would be.
I don't know even how you would do that, but I'm just pretty sure every other word would be about your one nuclear weapon. Sorry.
Oh my Jesus! It's so funny though. Like me and him were at the thing we do with my boss every couple weeks is we just drink and have barbecue, and
Can I come
and
to one of your barbecues? They sound awesome.
oh, I have a barbecue at least twice a week, charcoal only. I had charcoal burgers last night. So good, but somebody said
I'm gonna make that thing by Patty post on my timeline. I've got all the ingredients downstairs. I'm gonna make the bacon wrapped cheese sandwich.
I got to do something tomorrow on barbecuing. Actually, he's going to be over tomorrow. But we were at the barbecue, and somebody looked at it and said, "What's the national sport in Korea?" And I looked at it and said, "StarCraft."
I think you'll find it. Yeah, you know,
okay, is it wrong that I'm in a bad mood now?
The national sport in Korea was dodging bullets.
Is it wrong I'm in a bad mood now? I'm in a very bad mood.
Why are you in a bad mood? See, I told you not to be antagonistic.
I wasn't antagonistic.
No, but because you've done nothing wrong, but now you're upset.
I'm annoyed because he said...
Now you're upset and we're upset.
The thing that bugged me is when someone goes, are we supposed to be friends? Am I supposed to be friendly with you? You added my girlfriend, right, firstly. Secondly, you get a problem with me and then you say, why do you have me on your friends list if I'm not friends with you? You're thinking
too much, Burhan. Don't try and understand people. People are stupid.
I know, but I'm having a bit of anxiety thing here, and I'm a bit angry right now. So give me a break.
J'adore les oranges.
I thought it was funny. I don't get what his problem was, but you know what? And then he's like, "Well, this will be the last time we speak because you've unadded me." And I'm like, "Because let's face it, I'm not your friend." So yeah.
I can't help but feel that you are kind of looking for a fight, Burhan.
I wasn't looking for a fight. I was actually trying to be humorous with him and open up dialogue.
No, you were trying to be humorous, but your response afterwards now is like your heckles are up and you want to chow down.
No, I'm not going to get in a fight with him. There's no point, right? In the end,
there can be only one.
No, not that at all. He was being a dick. Right,
and I'm sorry. You guys fanning in a bunch.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sorry. I don't care what's going on in your personal life.
But this
is the thing, right? If you guys post creepy pics of me all the time, I don't say anything about it, and this is why people. I have a sense of humor about it.
Separated at birth pictures of you are art.
No, but I have a sense of humor about it. When people call me a creepy bastard, I have a sense of humor about it because I know they don't mean it. But now he's got his fucking knickers in a bunch.
You're upset, aren't you?
No, because he spent the entire conversation dressing me down like I was a small child. That's why I'm annoyed. And it's like, don't fucking disrespect me. Don't do that. You don't need to do that.
You ain't got a member of the video game bourgeoisie.
No, but yeah, and he's like, we're not friends, so why should I give you that? And I'm like, excuse me?
Ferme la porte.
No, but it's like, I thought you would respect me enough to be a nice dude, and you're not, right? He sits down and he rants about people.
You let it wind you up. You shouldn't let it wind you up.
And he always giggles. If it was one of the game chasers that posted that shit, he wouldn't have an issue, right? But because it was me, and this is where I've got an issue with it, right? You want to be on your fucking high horse, fine, but don't fucking take me down like that and call me fucking names to me like I'm some kind of small little fucking child. This is what pisses me off. And this is why my hands are shaking right now.
You're reading too much into it.
Dave, you would be the same way, mate, if someone did that to you.
People do it to me all the time. I had a death threat this morning. Not that he did that to you, but...
No, but, you know, dressing me down like I'm some kind of... I'm beneath you. I'm not beneath you, dude. Do you know what I mean? I'm not beneath him. I'm not beneath anybody.
Well, you are, really, because you're a Londoner.
I'm not... You know what I mean, Dave.
Sorry, bad joke.
I know.
Yeah, taking I'm just trying to make light of it because I think you're getting really upset over nothing.
No, but it's like, come on. There's a thing called courtesy as well, and I've always said this, and this is why I have a problem with London as well. People, you're on a fucking tube. Courtesy. Don't fucking bump into someone, right, and not apologise or say excuse me. Courtesy. Megaran was over here on the tube with me.
Well, you saw my post, didn't you? That I did from work.
Megaran was with me on the tube and train, right? And then he basically went out and acted like well, Megaran didn't, but people were barging into him and calling him and you know, being pricks around him. And I was like, this is one of the reasons I don't like London is because everybody's... And I went, it never used to be like this. There used to be common courtesy. We're English. That was what we were known for.
Hello, Mary Poppins. You saw my post on Facebook at work yesterday, which was true.
So angry.
Which makes me, you know, kind of contradict myself because I use my phone to do it. But someone came up to me at work on their mobile phone, talking on their phone, and then asked me a question,
I saw your
and then
post about
kept
that.
asking me a question, and I just completely ignored them. Because I'm like, I'm not fucking answering you when you're on your fucking phone. That's just rude. Comes back to what you said, but get some fucking civil manners, you idiot. And I ignored them successfully for 3 minutes, and then they turned their phone off and just went, "Where's this?" And that was the point I just went into customer service mode and just went, "Oh, I'd love to show you where this is."
And onto the surface, you're saying sod off.
Yeah, you fucking wanker. I like you. I don't care that, one of my biggest peeves ever, and I will always, and this makes me sound like I got sand in my vagina, or Stan's vagina, is I fucking hate it when you go up to a booth or a kiosk or something. Like in Canada when you have, well, I'm not buying them, but where you'd have to go to buy fags or shit like that, age restricted stuff, and the person holds their finger up to you, not the middle finger, like the outside of the hand, and just goes, "I gotta get this," and then answers their mobile phone. And I'm thinking, I don't want you to wipe my ass. I don't want you to crawl across broken glass with your zipper undone or anything like that and your bollocks hanging out. But I am the customer. That's just fucking rude.
Oh my god, my girlfriend just said that. I've just posted the chat, and she said that he needs anal cream because he's butthurt.
Oh yeah, he needs a good soothing.
At the end of the day, for someone who basically spends his living taking the jokes and taking the piss out of other people, he seems to get very angry just because I did one thing, and it seems like he wanted to have a go at me for some reason. So yeah. So
let's move on, Burhan. I don't like angry, pensive Burhan.
No, I am angry and my back's up now, so I'm just gonna stay out of the conversation. Guys, you talk for a bit.
No, shut up.
Calm down.
Come back in.
No, I need to calm down because I'm really angry now.
Come on, seriously. There's only one road to Canada, eh?
This is the reason why. You know what? This is what I've said. Everyone's got their fucking backs up, right? This is the reason why Anthony is doing the whole smaller YouTube things, because people like this who sit there and act like they're better than everybody else. In the end, right? Look,
there could be only one. Sorry.
If he felt that the
Metal
joke was
Jesus,
bad enough,
and I'm back again to beg for more money.
At the end of the day, that's it. He doesn't have a problem with that, but he's got a problem with people like me posting funny stuff in his timeline and acting like a fucking dick about it. In the end,
I
right?
think you're taking it too personally.
No, the moment you say you are not my friend, what makes you think you can have that much of a personal joke with me? And you fucking added my girlfriend, right? This is the thing. I add people all the time. People add my girlfriend. I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that because it's like Dave. If someone you're dating and I added her without your permission, you would fucking go through the roof, wouldn't you?
Well,
it's asked permission, right? And in the day, I didn't mind.
No, but it's not asked permission because she's not your property.
But it's not property. It's a civil thing to do. Hey, dude, I've had a great conversation with your girlfriend. Is it okay if I add her? Not, ooh, look, there's some random pretty girl and she knows someone I know. I'm going to add her. That doesn't work like that. It's called courtesy. And in the end, I didn't have an issue with it. I was like, oh, we must be good friends. So I basically been a good friendly joke with him. And then he gets angry with me about it and starts dressing me down. And that's what angered me. But I'm trying not to lose my temper over it.
I'm not defending anyone's actions.
Dude, it's my fault. I really thought we were friends. We're not.
Can I finish what I'm about to say?
Go for it, man. This is why I wanted to get offline and not talk about this.
I'm not defending anyone in any capacity, but all I'm saying is you don't know the mindset of the individual when you leave that specific comment. And it works the other way around.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, even when I've at my
lowest, you could leave a joke on my
Dave, when I've been on my lowest,
page.
when I've been depressed, when I've basically been going through anything, right? And look, guys, I'm a manic depressive. I'm not gonna fucking lie about that. I have never ever taken my temperaments or my issues out on anyone, because you know why? People want to joke with me. They can joke with me. I've had people post stuff on me saying butt stuff as my new catchphrase. I don't mind it because you know why?
Hashtag.
Yeah, I say it all the time, and it's funny. And I'm the arse guy. People know. Some people, even my friends, go to me.
Don't word it like that, Burhan. It sounds like.
No, but even my friends go to me. Hey, Mike, you sound like a closet gay guy. Do I get upset? Ooh, why did you say that? No, I've had freaking tranny girls tells me that they basically want to anal fuck me as a joke, I don't basically get upset about it. You know why? Because I can take a fucking joke.
But you're getting upset. This is my point. You're getting upset now. You don't need to.
Dave, if I said to you, I got upset with you and said, do you think we're close enough for me to actually for you to talk to me like that? There you go.
I was coming away with a rebuttal, but never mind.
No, but
I think I'm not defending, what he's done or anything, but just let it go by the way. Don't let other people make you angry. Just float, as I like to call it. I like to float beneath the surface.
He wants people to basically ride his dick, and I'm not one of them. So, at the end of the day, if he's that upset about it, he can go crying to his friends about it and tell everybody how much of an arsehole I am and how.
But you're not helping yourself taking that stance. Just go, shit happens, and move on.
No, it's because I'm wound up. At the end of the day, I don't like.
Oh, I know you're wound up. I can fucking get it. You're making me tense right now.
I know. This is the reason why I wanted to get off the podcast and let you guys talk for a bit, because I am wound up and I'm saying things that necessarily, ladies and gents, I don't necessarily mean, but I'm very pissed off right now. So.
Right. Well, what can we do to relax you? I'm not giving you a back massage, by the way, because I hear you've got hairy shoulders.
I don't have hairy shoulders, actually.
And there goes Sean in his 1985 keyboard.
I'm going to mute myself for a quick second. I'm saying goodnight to Caroline.
Cool. You do that.
Good night, Caroline.
So, Dave, talk to me, man. What else is going on? But yeah, no, I have an issue. When it comes to people and rudeness, I have an issue. I don't mind jokes. I don't mind fucking dick jokes.
You know I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying,
I don't mind dick jokes. I don't mind people joking around with me. I have no issue with it, and I've never had a problem with anyone. But this bugs me, so I'm letting the matter go.
Do it. I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying.
No, I am really angry with the dude. I'm really angry with him because of the amount of disrespect. Okay, I fucked up, but I don't deserve to be treated like I'm some sort of child that needs to be scolded by his parent. So, well done. He's lost himself a fan. So, I really respected him, and I thought that and I really saw him as a friend. I don't now. So, there we go. It's my fuck up. I made the mistake. I'm moving on.
Are we relaxed now?
Not really, but I'll get over it.
I'm relaxing with the Sapporo.
Don't you? Which is just,
Sean, you get where I'm coming from, don't you?
No, I get where you're coming from as well, but I'm just saying, we're amongst friends.
Oh, I agree. I think that he did get his vagina a bit sanded there when, obviously you're putting it as a joke, not as a slight to him.
No, it was a joke. It was a guy trying to get his buddy
the problem here,
laugh at something. I was expecting him to go, ha ha.
Although you're my Canadian Commonwealth friend, so you're technically English. But see, the problem here is, Burhan, is the rest of the world doesn't understand the British sense of humour.
It's not the British sense of humour, it's my sense of humour. I'm a dirty fuck, and I tend to tell people I'm a dirty fuck, my sense of humour. I'm kind of like the Kevin Smith of the UK in a sense. I like to just have a josh and have a laugh, and not have an issue, right? That's it. But the one thing I don't like is being disrespected and talked to like I'm a young baby that needs to be told not to put his hands in his diaper and wipe shit on the walls. That's my problem.
I would have just called him a little heavy metal leprechaun and left it at that.
You know me, man. I don't do that.
I know, but I'm trying to take the piss here and make people smile.
I'm just.
How fucking short is he? I would have said that to him. I was like, don't go getting short with me there.
Now, Mr. Michelin, you do understand that I'm only 5'6".
I don't know.
Oh, really?
I think I've lost. I lost my temper.
Maybe I
don't have his sense of humour. That's probably what it is.
The 3 times I ever got recognised in public, and I don't mean that in an arrogant say, "Oh, look at me, I'm so popular." Because the first time I got recognised in public for someone on my YouTube channel, I got scared and ran away. Hi, bye.
I've been recognised twice, I think.
Someone actually said to me, "Dude, you're really short." I spend my entire vlogging life sat on a bed or a couch. So how do you know how tall I am?
We were on a podcast one night, and we were talking about modifications. It wasn't the mods episode, right? Like that.
Sorry.
About they're talking about the mods, but it wasn't the mods episode. And I mentioned something about the tutorial about the USB port and put it in controller, and they're like, "Oh, I like the tutorial." So, oh, thanks, I wrote it. I'm like, really? Yeah.
I think when I like to pretend that sometimes that USB stands for Universal Sex Box. Just saying.
Sex box, you're my sex box, baby, you can turn me on.
Yeah, apparently, right,
Sorry,
if you're
Tom
Welsh,
Jones.
your USB gets higher speeds. Sorry.
You ever see that skit for Welsh
You sound
Star
like
Trek?
Muttley then, by the way.
Wacky, was it Wacky Wheels or the Laugh
Wacky
Olympics or whatever? Yeah, Wacky Racers.
How did he not win? He had the best bloody car.
Oh man, I was
a car
always
with a
wanting
fucking
to win.
rocket on the back, and people who fucking cavemen beat him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jeremy Clarkson should do a fucking whole episode on bloody everything that's wrong with Wacky Races.
Well, now that they're hopefully getting the new series now, they're shopping around, aren't they?
They're going to do what
True.
they did with If I Got News for You, which is a panel show that's a political. It's still comedy panel show that's run for like 25 years in this country, and about 15 years ago, their host got caught with a hooker in a hotel room cheating on his wife with cocaine.
Oh, was that the what was
Angus
his name?
Deaton.
Yeah, Angus Deaton.
So what they did was they just went, right, well, and it kind of works. I'm still not going to watch Top Gear without Jeremy Clarkson. I know he's not a saint. I just like Jeremy Clarkson. You know, judge me as you will. But they're going to do what they do with that show, which is fire the main bloke and then just have a different famous person from popular culture every week be the guest host.
That's not gonna.
Have
That
the
won't
steak
work.
as a color commentator.
That won't work because
Just
Although
stands up.
James May and Richard Hammond and
didn't they say they're not going to do it because
they
they
said
went
they turned down $1 million, $1
million pounds.
$1
So
million
that's
pounds.
basically It's about $1.6 million dollars.
Well, let's be honest. They were on £750,000 a year anyway. So what's that extra 250 grand? But no, they turned it. I do kind of like the fact that they're stalwart in the sense that they've stood by.
We're showing solidarity.
Yeah, we're a unit. It's one of us or none of us.
And I do kind of like Jeremy. He's a pretty nice bloke, I have to say. He lets me come out of the closet. But that's because I live in a closet. Yeah, I seen an inspirational quotes thing. It's Jeremy Clarkson driving something around, and it just says, "More power, Jeremy Clarkson."
Did you see they were all insulting Chris Evans? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, because Chris Evans has shot a pilot behind the scenes, hasn't he?
Yeah.
With his own, nothing to do with BBC, with his own production company. He shot a pilot for Top Gear, even though he came out last week and said, "I'm not going to replace Jeremy Clarkson."
Yeah,
but I like
they
Chris
should
Evans.
take over.
Sorry, Wendy popped. I like Chris Evans because he's a car guy.
What was that? What's that other show that's over on ITV? Fifth Gear?
Yeah, Fifth Gear. Channel 5,
Yeah.
Fifth Gear, yeah.
Yeah, Channel 5. They should take that over.
The thing is, right, they could go to any TV station. The thing is, I hate the BBC and the fact that they're so biased and we have to pay a license fee and shit like that. But I like the fact that we don't get commercials in our TV shows. So you get an hour show in your TV guide, and it's an hour long. There's no breaks or whatever. But they can, and it would annoy me if they went to another channel in the sense that we would have commercial breaks. But they could go anywhere. They could just call it anything they want. They could literally call the show. In fact, this is what they should do. They should go to ITV and just call it In All But Name. That should be the title of the show, because it will be Top Gear. They are Top Gear, not the fucking descriptive term.
Why don't they
Well,
go to
it was
Netflix?
Clarkson that basically came up with the concept of Top Gear. They were like, we
Well,
want
he
to.
has an investment. This is why, even though they fired him, they still have to pay him, because when the original Top Gear, I don't even know this.
Shuttered.
The original Top Gear was a genuine car review show from the 80s.
And he was on there.
Yeah, and then it just got dropped off. And then Clarkson came along and just went, I've got this idea, BBC. So, I know people hate him, but He had a brilliant visionary idea when he said this, which is, I want to buy that brand, and he paid for it with some of his own money. He goes, I want to buy that brand, and I want to put it on like the equivalent of the Late Show, but for cars. And everyone laughed.
Watershed show.
Yeah, everyone laughed at him, and he pulled it off. So yes, he was wrong to hit that bloke. Maybe there were extenuating circumstances behind, like how did we see him and stuff like that. But he was ultimately wrong to hit the bloke. But there's no denying that Jeremy Clarkson shaped modern British TV. Plus, when I lose my hair, I can actually say, he lost it first, and you still like him.
Did Clarkson lose his hair?
He's got that patch around the back.
Oh, I never knew. Oh, so he's got the Sam Malone special.
Yeah. But I like that, because he's got the Sam Malone special, but he still keeps his fucking hair as it was. Why would I shave my head? Because you're going bald. Power.
Come on, hand, stop shaking. Ugh.
Will we relax now, Burhan?
No, it's what happens when I get wound up. My body starts
I'm not
to
defending
shake.
anyone. I'm just saying I don't like hearing.
I know. I'm not angry anymore. And I don't want to vent a tit on a public forum. To tell you the truth, it's not good. So I'd rather just discontinue the conversation about that situation.
Raise your right eyebrow. Eyebrow? What's an eyebrow?
Vibrator?
Pound your fist. Sorry, bad joke.
What the banana say to the vibrator? I don't know why you're shaking. She's going to eat me.
All right, let's ask you guys a question. Sean, would you be offended if someone added your girlfriend without asking you?
Depending on the situation now.
You did to me, Burhan, but in your defense, she wasn't my girlfriend then, so I'll let you
off. No, I mean, you know, with say you and say someone's a fan of your show, and they added your girlfriend.
Oh, I had a Caroline, yeah.
They don't know you. Yeah,
but you got to look at it from the other, not defending anyone's actions, but you got to look at it from the other point of view, which is they don't know necessarily that that's your girlfriend or that's.
He knew.
So I'm just saying, which is on stuff like social media and Facebook and stuff like that, an individual is basically an icon.
With me, see, I'm public on YouTube, so you can view pretty much any of my posts. And there are posts of me. There are pictures of me and her together, and you can tell it's not just being friendly and things like that. And so you'd know who she is, and it'd be kind of weird if like some random dude who's a fan of my show would just add her. Although depending on his intentions, but if I look on his friends list and it's all just girls that are these little fit birds or whatever.
You said bird.
I have a little concern.
No, it's like if
over here.
If we're not like, for instance, for you guys.
You say birds over there?
For you guys, you're my close buds, right? And even you would probably say to me, "Hey, is that okay?" You know what I mean? Or you'd do it in front of me. And I didn't have an issue with it because I thought, "Oh, cool, we're becoming friends. That's fine. He sees me as a friend." And then saying to me, "I'm not, I don't know you that well." We're not friends. I'm just like, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just a fanboy that added you. Cool.
Yeah, like I'm good mates with you, and me and Essie are friends.
Yeah.
Jesus, she posted fucking Trailer Park Boys stuff on my fucking page today. I read it. I did read it in his voice. He fucking
she watches all my selfies, which I quite like.
Yeah, I never told her that though either. He's gay as a fiddle in real life.
Who's gay as a fiddle?
The black guy trapped in a white guy's body, J-Rock from the TV series Trailer Park Boys. It's made here in Atlantic, Canada.
I'm going to give you a phrase that you need to know, Sean, right now. It's not bent as a fiddle. It's
adventurous as a flying Scotsman.
It's bent as a 9-bob note.
Bent as a 9-bob note. All right.
Because there is no 9-bob note, so that's.
Oh my God! I got to tell you this little story. Actually, it's related to that. My boss was really frustrated at that employee, and he knows I get frustrated at her too, and he'll look at me and just say, like, to get my goat, so to speak, like, would you eat her out? And I'm like, oh God, no. Like, she was getting on his nerves that day. And I looked at him and I said, would you eat her out? And I was like, you'd rather suck cock for a living on the Golden Gate Bridge, wouldn't you? He just laughed, diffused his bad mood a bit. Oh, the Sapporo's tasting nice. I almost feel like having another one before bed.
Now
about a 4-pack tall cans.
That's so weird. Now he's upset that I've. He's upset now. I'm basically that I unfriended him.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say, which is I'm not picking anyone's argument because, I'm your best mate, so you know I've always got your back. But I'm just saying, just float along and let shit go over you because life's too short to be angry.
Cause you're my mate, and I will stand by you. You're my mate, and I will stand by you. A little British song for you. You should recognize a little bit.
Yeah, I do, and I hate that song.
That's why I sang it.
I just hate the way you
club
sing
so much. Well, see, in the early 2000s, we still had the Royal Air Force up home, and they were at the bar all the time, and you get a lot of Right Said Fred and stuff like that played.
Yeah, it's the worst Right Said Fred song on the planet. They haven't had many hits.
Don't Talk, Just Kiss is actually my favorite over I'm Too Sexy.
Yeah.
So don't talk, just kiss.
I'm too sexy for this shirt. Yeah, you're still bloody wearing it though, aren't you? So, just saying.
It's so funny though, they performed over in Germany and got booed off stage because they all thought they were a skinhead act. Like, oh, yeah, you don't know these guys, do you?
They're way not. Yeah, they're way the other way.
Yeah. It's like I like any mate at all as long as he's cute.
If it's back into the day of the Third Reich, they would have been made for soap.
They're not gonna fuck you up. They're just gonna fuck you.
Yeah. Ugly arsehole. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm done with the conversation now. Anyway, been removed.
Oh man, my arms are fucking tight, man. I have to do a lot of
then.
Oh, I don't have energy for that at the end of the bloody day because I'm working constantly at work there, and like I'm out cleaning. Like when Caroline came today at work. Well, no, phrasing. Sorry. When she had dropped by work today, I was actually out in the.
I think you mean oot. Sorry.
Oot in the bays, just sneaking a smoke. Her mom came around the corner first. She's like, I was just flicking my smoke into one of the trenches, and she's like, no, don't put it out. I'm gonna have one too now. Like, yeah, but I don't want Caroline to see me.
Don't put it
so
out.
Anytime, but yeah, but yeah, that was the one little. I don't take lunch breaks. I just take smoke breaks, and I don't even crave cigarettes. So half the time now, I buy non-tobacco cigarettes just to say that I'm sitting up having a smoke with my coffee, and
it's the Canadian way, eh?
It is, and we saw a lot of
tell me to fuck off, and I keep doing this Canadian.
Oh, it's actually pretty entertaining. I enjoy it. It's like when Larry called me. Was it there about a year and a half ago? Posted a picture of me. It was a really cold day, and I was wearing an Adidas zip up, but I had this like wool, hand woven hoodie. It looks like well, you guys are more familiar with the term Eskimo, but
don't wear a hoodie in Bristol. Right? You'll get arrested because they're automatically.
No, they'll assume I'm an Eskimo, which I am, but. I had that with one of those tassel hats and that on, and Larry Bundy Jr. commented. He said, "You look like the grown-up Stan Marsh." That's what I said to him when you didn't get that. Oh, I so wish you could have joined us that day. Talking to Larry, it was a good laugh.
The skit that Jim Carrey did about it was stand-up before he was actually famous in movies, and he goes like, "So I live in LA right now, but I'm actually from Canada." And everyone goes, "Wee!" And he goes, "Yeah. People in America have this really weird opinion, people who grew up in Canada." And then he goes into stereotype mode and he goes, "Canada. It was a cold and barren wasteland. Me and my friend, the Tuknuk, had a lot of work to do. We were to survive the elements, such as flying hockey pucks in the winter." Fucking brilliant. Look it up. It's so funny.
I've seen a bit of his early stand-up. This one thing is like him and Eddie Murphy. Eddie got to dust off the leather suits and go on tour again.
Oh, Eddie Murphy, go back to being what you were best at. It's funny because I think we were all in the same cast when it was on TV in the background and I mentioned it, but I think honestly the last great Eddie Murphy movie was Bowfinger.
Oh my god, I love Bowfinger because he played himself and his brother.
Yeah, I love that movie.
They come down from space. They come down from space. They're gonna trap my gonads.
What was the blonde one? The girl. She was like Heather Graham. She was like the sexual climber at the end. She's like, "Hey, meet such and such. She's the biggest lesbian producer in Hollywood." So,
yeah, she's the one that just basically she would just screw anybody.
And at the end, she's like hanging out with the lesbian producer, and it's like, "Oh, cool."
The best bit is though when she takes her shirt off and they're filming. or Steve
And
Mine's
he's just
filming.
like, awesome.
Yeah, and you see Charlie Murphy like look at her and just grin, and then you see his eyes go down, but then back up, then down, then back up, and then he just goes.
Oh, yeah. I like the part where like Eddie Murphy's playing the actor, the guy they're trying to spoof, so to speak, and he's doing the angry black dude thing, and he's got his gun in his hand, and he's by the drum set. He's like, "Tell the spirit truck will call," something like that, and he fucking shoots the fucking cymbals a couple times. Just it's like bam, bam. It's like shooting a set of cymbals with a gun. You'd never see that in a movie. Thank you, Eddie Murphy.
The best bit about that movie, and I remember you said, Bern, when I told you I was watching it in the background, you said that's how on-the-fly guerrilla filming happens, which is when they convince Charlie Murphy to run across the freeway.
Yeah.
And they said, they're all stunt drivers. Trust me, they've been completely trained, they're all stunt drivers.
Yeah, no, that's literally what guerrilla filmmakers do. They will basically, like, if it's an empty road, they'll shoot a scene in the empty road. Or if there's a scene where the guy's got to go in traffic, they will shoot it in traffic. These guys, it's ridiculous, but it's the way they do things.
I just that's what I like about it, though. Now I know it's true. It's just brilliant that when he runs back from the other side of the freeway and he's crying, he's just like, like, no, you did good, you did real good.
God damn, Aisha Tyler, you're still looking hot.
Who?
Aisha Tyler, she's voice of Lana on Archer.
I don't like her comedy though, the Girlwood thing, but you know what? I do give her massive props by telling Tobuscus and calling him an idiot. He was doing the Ubisoft thing,
Yeah.
and she just literally just yelled at him because he was like trying to do his comedy, and she was just like, yeah, rolling her eyes. I think she probably told them not to bring him back.
This woman sits around a table writing every fucking weekend.
Oh, did the bloke from Pee Wee Herman die this week? Sorry.
Oh yeah, the King Cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed away. So it's like Christopher Lee, the King Cartoons, Dusty Rhodes. It's like, fuck me in my childhood.
Do you know what's really... I don't want it to sound like I'm being like knackered and I'm like calling of fucking the Reaper sitting in scenes, but there's a culling coming, which is all the great actors of our childhood are getting up there. And,
Yeah, well, we lost Nimoy as well, and who else?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Clint Eastwood, Jack Nicholson. Sorry, people, if you're listening to this, Jack Nicholson. Why you listening to me? I'm no one. But they're racking up the years. I think there's going to be a point where we're going to lose this wonderful generation of actors.
We are. Oh, tell Essie I love her for posting this Fallout Funko Pop figures. There's the Super Mutant, the Death Cloud, Feral Ghoul, and the Brotherhood of Steel fucking T-51B power armor. Oh, I got another reason to fucking blow my paycheck. Oh, I'm so stoked for Fallout 4. Oh, look, my father. He's just fucking installed a lock for my sister. God love. He looks like one of the guys in Book Dynasty.
Just because she's your burden, and that makes her cool my books.
That's fine, dude. It's as I said, I have no issue with anybody adding my girlfriend, but you know what?
For the reasons, though, the intentions.
No, it's not that. I'm just gonna give you guys the entire conversation and show you what I mean. But I'm not gonna do it on the Skype chat. I'm gonna do it on Facebook. And I think, Dave, you'll probably sit there and go, "What the hell?" Because it was a very intense conversation, just to say that. But
it doesn't. This is my point, which is why you should like. It doesn't detract from the fact that you're you, and the people who know you and love you anyway. So
I haven't got that issue. It's not that issue at all.
You get where I'm coming from, don't you? Though. Which is, your mates know you for who you are and love you for who you are. So, I don't understand why you've got so much sand in your vagina.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's someone I thought was my friend. Turns out he's a dick. So, yeah. The thing
I'm going to
is...
see if I could do a good impression here reading this. No.
I've got a really big clue. My clue's pointing over here.
I'll be 2 seconds. Going to get another brew. Then I'm going to read this convo.
Don't read it on air though.
Oh, you got to go piss, don't you?
He's saying that to himself.
But Burhan, you've got the floor. I got to go for a crafty slash.
Go for it.
Right, hang on. I got to mute because I got to step over console corner. And when I say step over console corner, is it wrong that the only one I try really hard not to step on is my 3DO? Sorry, PlayStation 2, N64, 3DO's my love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave and Sean are just basically taking a leak. And I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think people should take themselves seriously? I don't take myself seriously. I never have, never will. Reason being is, it's not because I feel insecure or anything. It's just more the fact that I just don't. The thing is, I don't care enough to. If someone says to me, "Hey, Mike, there's a picture of this big fat guy, bald-headed Arab dude, and he looks like you," I'll be like, don't care. And that's the thing. I find everybody. I don't know. My point still stands. I think some people take themselves way too seriously than others. I've worked with actors who've laughed. I've seen a Megaran was saying to me he saw a meme of himself. He laughed, but he wished that meme wasn't there. But then, got. But it didn't stop him from being upset in a sense. And I think it's, in terms of people, I don't know. Maybe I started it. Maybe it was my fault. But at the same level, it's just like, come on, it's just a joke. I don't understand a joke with people. And the end of the day, for me, I don't know. I think people are just weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me. Maybe people have different senses of humour. Just be careful who you're friends with, ladies and gentlemen, because they might get fed up with you. Anyway, going on from that, I'm wondering about E3. What does everybody think of E3? Do you think E3 is going to be good? Do you think it's bad? And do you think there's going to be some good material? Dave says that he's concerned about the Wii U and its lifespan, if the lifespan's going to end.
Back, sorry.
Cool. E3 talk. Do some more E3 talk, Dave.
I think I'm underwhelmed about it because I don't have a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so I'm with my Wii U, and obviously they're going to talk about Zelda and shit like that. But I'm just underwhelmed for it because I'm not invested in it. If that makes sense, because I don't have these systems that they're going to shove everything in our face and go, "Oh, look, it's shiny, it's got fireworks and stuff like that." So for once, it's going to float over my head because I don't have the console that it's going to be tailored towards, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's the same. At the moment, I'm kind of worried about my console habits because I'm not going to be getting a new console anytime soon, because I'll be doing my Euro trip.
3DS. Actually, that's kind of there's a topic in there, by the way. That's kind of irrelevant because if you take a 3DS from the UK abroad, you won't actually be able to connect or talk to anyone else with a 3DS from a foreign country. Good job there, Nintendo. It's a handheld system.
Yeah, it's the one thing I don't like about the 3DS, and this is because when I'm going on my European trip, I can't use it. Because I can't buy games anywhere else.
Oh no, you can use it. You just have to take your UK power supply and all your UK games with you.
No, you can't because it's region locked.
No, that's my point, which is you can only take the shit you have with it now when you go abroad.
Yeah.
So, good job there, Nintendo. I thought it was a handheld device.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in North America, can't you buy a mains charger for over here that's built for here?
You can buy the mains charger.
Oh no, we're talking about games, Sean.
You can buy the mains charger.
Okay,
You can't buy games.
Fuck. This is the first generation of Nintendo's region locked to fucking portable, isn't it?
Yeah. So think about it, right? You could sit in a room with a bloke in front of you when you're on continent, playing a head-to-head game, and if he's got like the French version and you've got the UK version, you can play head-to-head. So you're actually communicating with each other and using it for what a handheld should be for. But if you actually want to buy games from that country, no, you can. That's like, really, Nintendo? You went halfway on this one.
Well, you can still access the UK store from abroad, can't you?
True story, and this was really, really difficult, and I'm going to say allegedly because I heard apparently you're not supposed to say this. So allegedly, internet peeps, I got my a few years ago my original Wii. I managed to hack it. Well, I hacked it. Everyone knows I hacked it.
Dude, that fucking happened like since I got my Wii. I got my Wii
no,
a year into
hang on, you didn't let
lifespan,
me finish.
and I used the Twilight hack.
No, that's not what I'm saying because everyone knows I hacked it. I actually got it to the Japanese Wii U shop.
Oh yeah, everyone's done that. I've done that.
I found it really difficult to do it.
I changed the region, and it.
That's where I got Radius from.
Yeah, I changed the region and everything like that as well, and I've basically, you know.
When you hacked it, because I did it with the Twilight hack, did you get the screen that I did that made me really nervous and almost scared about carrying on further? That just says Nintendo says you should not be here right now. I was like, oh, Nintendo doesn't want me here right now. Then I pressed.
Wow, he has a girlfriend? Sorry, I'm reading this convo.
Oh, is that up?
He unboxed it to me.
Sorry, I'm talking about my penis.
I've
Ooh.
done it to you as well, Dave.
Your chap is at full mast, is it, Dave?
Yeah. It's pointing towards the stars, and it's singing an Aerosmith song because it's the only thing that saves us from asteroids.
Is the pubic hair like Steven Tyler's?
Dave, check your.
No one has pubic hair like Steven Tyler.
Dave, check your messages.
I am.
It's got all like blonde streaks and everything in it. And
Yeah.
around the base of his penis,
Well,
there's like this
ladies-
kerchief mascot.
My daughter in a movie.
Ladies and gents, what we're going to do, we're going to end this Skype convo and have a personal conversation after the show. So, let's do this. I'm going to basically tell you guys I have a GoFundMe campaign, and I'm asking you lovely people out there
Every time you say go fund me, I just want to say go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't look at it as I'm basically asking for donations to give me money. I'm not Metal Jesus.
Seriously, Burhan, 25 quid, wash my car.
I'll do it. I'm asking you guys to employ me. That's all you got to do. Just basically add a donation. Tell me what you would like to do, as long as it's not illegal, because I'm not stuffing any drugs or cocaine up my bum. It's not for
That'd be stuffing anything else up your bum.
and it's not me selling myself for sex, because I don't do that. And 3, me illegally selling pirated movies or doing illegal stuff. I don't do.
So you won't be selling any hooky DVDs?
Don't want to sound so.
Just in case someone wants to try and sell.
But every time I go to the pub on a Friday night, that's where the Chinese bloke comes in and just goes, "You want movies? I got movies." Sorry.
But yeah, so if you need an intro done for, say, like a YouTube channel, I can do that because they've seen it. The guys love what I do. If you need an outro
I still need you to edit. I'll do it. I got the 2 parts separate, and I don't know how I'll send them to you because they're like 500 megs each.
Send it via Google Drive, dude.
Cool.
Got it.
I'll give you 20 quid if you put me in the picture, if that makes sense.
What picture?
Fuck it. I'll give you 25 quid.
Okay. Or just donate it to the campaign and share the campaign. And secondly,
I want just have a gameplay where my face playing it is in the top right-hand corner.
Okay, I thought you wanted your face sprited on the character, because I can do that as well and just have you change.
Ooh. So if I resubmit my Jackie Chan video, you can put me on Jackie Chan
Yes.
for the entire gameplay.
I could do, yeah, I've got to do it frame by frame, but it's possible. It will take me a day
That's
to
a lot
do.
of work. No, dude, I can't ask that.
If you could talk about any Jackie Chan movie,
How
talk about
about if I make
Hunter.
a really short Jackie Chan Kung Fu on PC Engine, like literally 30 seconds? You can do it then, right?
Yeah.
Or is that still too much work?
Dude, just give me the gameplay of Jackie Chan and I'll do it. You do an hour, do half an hour, I can still do it, but it's going to be funny as hell, though.
But can you do a bit when you zoom in, Jackie?
I'll tell you what, you know your Lawn
This
Boys
goes,
post, you know your Lawn Boys post intro with your song? Give me the theme song, give me multiple games, and I can take loads of pictures of your face in front of like a white wall or something, making loads of different expressions, and I will do the entire intro with your face changing on different sprites and characters.
I think I have wood.
Mahogany.
This is again. This is what I can do, guys. £5. I can do you a snazzy YouTube intro with a channel banner and an outro. If you donate anything up to £20, I will physically take my camera and my editing equipment and edit like a video of you doing a vlog. Or
if you give £50, you get a free back massage from me.
So I'm trying to raise $5,000 for the insurance. So
Only if you're a bird.
So I've got my camera insured. So I've got my laptop insured. So I have my equipment insured when I go on this European trip and shoot this documentary. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm asking you to hire me. It's a different concept here. And I want this to go viral. Please share it. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Michael Burhan Actor. It's on there. Share it with your friends.
You should call it Got Skills Will Work.
Yes, youtube.com/The Nerd Genius as well if you want to check out my YouTube channel. And also the video for YouTube of the week is coming tomorrow because I've been so busy the last week. I haven't been able to do it, but it will be coming. And also Sunday I'm going to be shooting a video for Megaran. Just thought I'd let people know that because it's actually kind of awesome that someone's doing that with me. Anyway, Dave, where can we find you?
You can find me beneath the baby Jeebus, weeping for the sins of everyone who died not knowing his name. Or possibly you can find me at YouTube, Longboys Post 1975.
Probably there. Sean?
You can find me at Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, Diatlus79, Diatlus 79. I post a lot on Instagram and Twitter. YouTube, I haven't done anything in a little while, but it's around the bend. So
and you owe your sexy biscuits, you wanker.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be getting a sexy biscuits.
Dave, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a sexy biscuits in every different location for you.
Hey! Sexy!
Yes. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much for those who've listened to the show. I do apologise for my ranting and raving. I get very... When someone basically uses a term of, I don't know you, I'm not your friend, that kind of offends me, especially if you're on my friends list, because at least I expect you, if you're on my friends list, to talk to me and be a friend of mine. If you're not and you're just there because you want to contact, please leave. So there you go. And basically you can find us on our respective channels. Diatlus 79, Longboys Post 1975, Michael Burhan on YouTube at youtube.com/The Nerd Genius and facebook.com Michael Burhan Actor, Twitter Michael Burhan as well. Check me out there, guys. Thank you very much, and we will see you soon. It's goodbye from him and goodbye from him.
Bye, bitches.
Oi, oi, oi.